From a building that can get louder than almost any in the National Football League, this is GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium. Not a kicker or a puncher here, Brock. It's safety Justin Reed to get this one going. And we're off from Arrowhead. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. They send a tight end in motion. The drive begins with Henry. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Now Jackson off the play action. This is caught by Isaiah Likely. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. Now Jackson. Complete Derrick Henry. And they make the tackle at the 38. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
And he's able to take this one down to the 25. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Going to the ground again on 1st. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
The give here on 2nd. And it's a really nice gain on the reverse. That call came at the perfect time. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a 1st and goal.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in the pocket for a later occasion.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now, it's starting with 6 as they come up on it, 1st and goal. They'll run here with Henry. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Play action. Here's Jackson. Flushed out of the pocket. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens finish up an excellent opening series. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone, getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Fire down these two. Fire down these two.
Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
I don't know, kid. I didn't think he had it. That back did. He knew exactly where he had to get for the first down. Pops up right away and signals first down.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. They won't snap it in time. That is going to be the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. About set for the second quarter. Chiefs football here.
Yellow.
They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he'll be touchdown after a big play.
You know what I like about that, kid? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Second and 6 coming up here.
Yellow.
From the 43. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Trying for the deep ball. He's got it inside the 10. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs finish off their opening drive. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. Butker with the extra point. And the Chiefs respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Reed now to kick this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Stopped on the play by Big Chris Jones. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Another run for Henry. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Lamar back to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Running for the marker on second. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
May not be the way he typically gets the ball, Kate, but once he had it in his hands like a reception, he knew what to do with it. He smelled that first down, and he went and got it.
Hey!
Out of the gun, Henry. We'll have him gain up about a handful there. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making the stop. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 34. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. Motioning the tight end now. Now Jackson on 3rd down. Escapes the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Play fake, Jackson. He has it at the 5. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Tucker on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Ravens break that tie and now lead by 7. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Blitz coming, Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Chiefs in the hurry up, trying to get everyone to the line. Another try following the sack. Called in by Worthy. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. He puts some power on a deep one left. They connect on the deep shot. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
First down throw, Mahomes. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining.
You know, Kate, we see this all the time at every level of football. You've got to catch it first. It's just like when a receiver receives a handoff. You got to secure the ball, then let your athleticism take off.
Online, but not enough juice. It's no good short. And the deficit stays at 7.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
Here comes the final play of our first half. Looking to throw. A little off center. His man just couldn't adjust to it. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Fire down these two. Fire down these two.
The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Namdi Madubuike making that stop. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
2nd and 10 now. Pacheco hauls it in. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, kid, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They'll run it. Here's Pacheco. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Back to throw, Mahomes. That pass is complete to Kelsey. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Throwing is Mahomes. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tried connecting with Xavier Worthy there. And it sets up 2nd down. Shotgun handoff to Piron. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound the defense. If you get this game going right up the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. He's on the move. He brings it in. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
After the loss, it's 2nd and goal from the 5. The play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. Getting in their own way, Brock, as they'll line this up 5 yards further back for 2nd and goal. To the air, Mahomes. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton with the pick. And the Ravens get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the 2nd half of a 1-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now. They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Lamar off the play fake. This finds likely. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 31-yard play. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
That last shot took him right down to the front of the red zone. Here's 1st down. He gives to Henry on the inside handoff. And he gets it down to the 13-yard line. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
This is Henry on 2nd. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. He'll throw it. Buying some time left. He's running for it. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. It's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
That takes us to the 2-minute warning here in KC. Ravens leading by 7. Justin Tucker out for the field goal. A lot of pressure hovering over this kick. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Bullock's kick is good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
The best kickers I've been around here over the last few decades, they relish these moments. They know the hard work all their buddies on offense and defense have done. And when they can make it a 2-score game and be clutch when it matters, these are the moments they live for.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Fire down these two. Right side.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Trying to push it deep downfield. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. So that brings up 2nd down.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
A 2nd down throw for Mahomes. As his man, it's DeAndre Hopkins. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Pacheco gets it from the gun. Runs inside the 35. And he gets this all the way to the 31-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That one complete to Hopkins. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Chiefs in the hurry-up, trying to get everyone to the line. 2nd and 4. Escapes the pocket. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their 1st. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Looking touchdown, but can't connect. Took his shot at 6 that time. It's 2nd and goal.
I'm just going to say maybe not the guy you want to pick on in coverage on this particular series. Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away. The next time, well, he could get 2 hands on it and take it the other way.
And he is in for the touchdown. Still unlikely, Brock, but it's not entirely over just yet with this score. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Oof, their comeback hopes are dwindling by the second, but any path to victory starts with a successful onside try here. And this is going to be recovered by the Ravens, and they're moments away now from celebrating a win. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Handoff headed right to Henry. And he gets this one down to the 30-yard line. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. So the Ravens will fly home with the win. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths, because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? Or both?
All of us.
Yeah,
D, all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now, and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player, and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.